Hi, my name is Reagan Jackson. I'm the co-executive director of Young Women Empowered and a former program manager for Global Visionaries. I think I led about 5 trips during my tenure as program manager. And more recently, once Mario became executive director, we decided we wanted to collaborate. And so I brought 2 youth from YWE and one of our mentors on a trip 2 years ago. And I hadn't been to Guatemala in 8 years. And it was such a beautiful experience to reconnect with my host family and with the community. And while I was there, one of the things that I love is doing art. And so I was bugging and pestering Aurelio and Mario. Oh, I want to do a mural. Like we should make a project. But the schedules are so busy that not everybody had time to contribute. So I decided by myself in my spare time to get some spray paint and make this mural. So that's the mural that you saw in your little invitation. And the words I wrote at the bottom, Sembramos, Arboles y Amistades, are a reference to being a part of reforestation, because we were literally climbing up the mountains and planting trees. But what I noticed during our time together was more than planting trees, we were planting friendships, and more than planting friendships just among the youth. We were starting, I think, a movement of empathy and compassion and planting human kindness and connection. And that's what has drawn me to do the work of study abroad programs, and particularly with a social justice lens, and fostering that international connection that is so vitally important. So we look forward to seeing you May 22nd for the annual auction. And let's go out there and plant more than just trees.
Hola, mi nombre es Jacqueline y soy participante del programa NGV en mi segundo año. El programa NGV pues he aprendido bastante porque no hacemos las cosas o no tomamos opiniones de la forma tradicional, sino que para eso hacemos actividades, juegos y dinámicas, y pues a los 5 minutos nos damos cuenta de que ya todos estamos hablando como que nos conociéramos de toda la vida. Debido a la pandemia hemos estado trabajando por videollamadas. Estas las hacemos en Zoom y nunca nos alcanza el tiempo, y estas tampoco son nada aburridas. ¿Por qué? Porque no solo los adultos hablan, sino que ellos siempre quieren saber la opinión de nosotros los jóvenes, y aprendemos siempre a través de juegos. Una de las cosas que más me gustan del programa es que siempre nos enseñan los dos lados de la historia. Me refiero a que siempre nos enseñan el lado positivo y negativo de la misma. Y pues esto nos hace también a tomar conciencia de tomar nuestras propias decisiones, y en ocasiones pues también nos ayudan a liderar. ¿Por qué? Porque me ayudó a conocerme más a mí misma, me ayudó a saber de lo que era capaz, y también me ayudó a liderar pequeños grupos. Pienso que el programa NGV es muy importante porque trabaja con la juventud, con los jóvenes. Regularmente no son tan tomados en cuenta en nuestra sociedad, pero pienso que los jóvenes no solo son el futuro, sino también son el presente de Guatemala. El programa nos hace analizar las cosas, cómo nos afectan en nuestra vida diaria, cómo las decisiones que tomamos nos pueden traer riesgos y consecuencias que no siempre van a ser positivas, que pueden ser negativas, y entonces nos ayudan como a analizar cada una de las cosas que vamos a realizar. Por eso para mí es muy importante que sigan existiendo programas como lo es NGV. Otra de las cosas que también es muy importante para mí es conocer a personas tanto guatemaltecas como de otros países, como lo puede ser Estados Unidos. ¿Por qué? Porque compartimos culturas, tradiciones, y pues nos damos cuenta que aunque seamos de lugares diferentes, pues tenemos las mismas necesidades, incluso podemos llegar a tener los mismos gustos. Entonces es muy importante interactuar con personas de otros lugares para conocer diferentes cosas y para poder interactuar y conocernos los unos a los otros, ya sean guatemaltecos o estadounidenses.
Global Visionaries is a leadership program that empowers our young generation to be the leaders that we need more than ever right now to solve some of the world's most pressing problems like climate change and inequalities, because it gives each individual who takes part in the experience the skills they need to navigate the global environment.
Global Visionaries really taught me how to celebrate our sameness, yet also acknowledge our differences, and how to use diversity as a way to find innovation and just the ideas of teamwork and all these skills that are necessary in global leadership. We are the next generation, and I think particularly in a world that is so divided and polarized on so many levels, the problems that previous generations have created are now on our shoulders.
The curriculum taught in GV really isn't focused as much as you would see in a normal school setting. So the program itself focuses on social justice and environmental education. We would participate in projects regarding reforestation, maintaining habitats, maintaining ecosystems. And so directly through the emergence through Guatemala, you kind of see firsthand what you're being educated on.
Pro Justice Group gets the opportunity to teach the first year participants about social justice, which is really helpful because it doesn't feel like someone's talking down to you because they've kind of gone through the same thing. It kind of helped me learn who I wanted to be in the world and understand what it meant to be a global citizen.
Meeting people my age and building friendships in Guatemala that I still talk to this day really just helped me step out of my comfort zone.
In the bigger scheme of things, the service that we did and working with people, through the leadership skills and other skills that I gained, I have been more willing to stand up for myself, stand up for things that I believe in, and I've been motivated to be more engaged. I think it really just opens your eyes to the immense privileges that we have, and working with GV, working with people in Guatemala, and getting to do what I got to do through this program was just amazing.
Hello everyone, today I'll be showing you how to register and set up your online bidding account for our virtual auction and gala. To begin, click Start at the top of your screen. This may say Start Bidding if you're doing this on a desktop. Click Create Account and then enter your email address. I already have an account, so I'm going to use a different email address to show you. Then click Confirm. Once you confirm, you'll see that a verification link will be sent to your email address. Please go to your email account, open the email, and click the link. It will then direct you to this page to register with your personal information. All the items with stars are required. You will see it requires credit card information to register. This does not mean that you will be charged. The information is required in case you decide to bid on items. Once you've filled out this information, select Create at the bottom, and you will then log in with your username and password. I'm going to log in with my bidding account I already have set up. You can see on this page it says the auction is open. Click Start Bidding. This will take you to the home page. If you scroll down, you can look through all the items and packages that are available to bid on. For bidding instructions, click Learn How to Bid up at the top left-hand side. This page will show you how to browse through items, view the package information, and how to place a bid. Once you've read through this information, click Start Browsing at the bottom of the page, and you are ready to go. Thank you all so much for participating in Global Visionaries Virtual Auction and Gala.
For me, Global Visionaries has always been a beacon of service and cultural importance. Whether it comes to learning a language, cultivating connections, or participating in projects, I can count on Global Visionaries to hold those values closely. Thanks to them, I was provided an invaluable experience that has taught me those very ideals. My Spanish has gotten a lot better. I met people who I'd never thought I'd meet before and became close friends with them. And I had the pleasure of planting a lot of trees. Global Visionaries has meant a lot to me. I am grateful for the opportunities I've had thanks to them.
Hi, my name is Reagan Jackson. I'm the co-executive director of Young Women Empowered and a former program manager for Global Visionaries. I think I led about 5 trips during my tenure as program manager. And more recently, once Mario became executive director, we decided we wanted to collaborate. And so I brought 2 youth from YWE and one of our mentors on a trip 2 years ago. And I hadn't been to Guatemala in 8 years. And it was such a beautiful experience to reconnect with my host family and with the community. And while I was there, one of the things that I love is doing art. And so I was bugging and pestering Aurelio and Mario, oh, I want to do a mural, like we should make a project. But you know, the schedules are so busy that not everybody had time to contribute. So I decided by myself in my spare time to get some spray paint and make this mural. So that's the mural that you saw in your little invitation. And the words I wrote at the bottom, Sembramos, Arboles y Amistades, are a reference to being a part of reforestation, because we were literally climbing up the mountains and planting trees. But what I noticed during our time together was more than planting trees, we were planting friendships, and more than planting friendships just among the youth. We were starting, I think, a movement of empathy and compassion and planting human kindness and connection. And that's what has drawn me to do the work of study abroad programs, and particularly with a social justice lens, and fostering that international connection that is so vitally important. So we look forward to seeing you May 22nd for the annual auction. And let's go out there and plant more than just trees.
Hola, mi nombre es Jacqueline y soy participante del programa NGV en mi segundo año. El programa NGV pues he aprendido bastante porque no hacemos las cosas o no tomamos opiniones de la forma tradicional, sino que para eso hacemos actividades, juegos y dinámicas, y pues a los 5 minutos nos damos cuenta de que ya todos estamos hablando como que nos conociéramos de toda la vida. Debido a la pandemia hemos estado trabajando por videollamadas. Estas las hacemos en Zoom y nunca nos alcanza el tiempo, y estas tampoco son nada aburridas. ¿Por qué? Porque no solo los adultos hablan, sino que ellos siempre quieren saber la opinión de nosotros los jóvenes, y aprendemos siempre a través de juegos. Una de las cosas que más me gustan del programa es que siempre nos enseñan los dos lados de la historia. Me refiero a que siempre nos enseñan el lado positivo y negativo de la misma. Y pues esto nos hace también a tomar conciencia de tomar nuestras propias decisiones, y en ocasiones pues también nos ayudan a liderar. ¿Por qué? Porque me ayudó a conocerme más a mí misma, me ayudó a saber de lo que era capaz, y también me ayudó a liderar pequeños grupos. Pienso que el programa NGV es muy importante porque trabaja con la juventud, con los jóvenes. Regularmente no son tan tomados en cuenta en nuestra sociedad, pero pienso que los jóvenes no solo son el futuro, sino también son el presente de Guatemala. El programa nos hace analizar las cosas, cómo nos afectan en nuestra vida diaria, cómo las decisiones que tomamos nos pueden traer riesgos y consecuencias que no siempre van a ser positivas, que pueden ser negativas, y entonces nos ayudan como a analizar cada una de las cosas que vamos a realizar. Por eso para mí es muy importante que sigan existiendo programas como lo es NGV. Otra de las cosas que también es muy importante para mí es conocer a personas tanto guatemaltecas como de otros países, como lo puede ser Estados Unidos. ¿Por qué? Porque compartimos culturas, tradiciones, y pues nos damos cuenta que aunque seamos de lugares diferentes, pues tenemos las mismas necesidades, incluso podemos llegar a tener los mismos gustos. Entonces es muy importante interactuar con personas de otros lugares para conocer diferentes cosas y para poder interactuar y conocernos los unos a los otros, ya sean guatemaltecos o estadounidenses.
Global Visionaries is a leadership program that empowers our young generation to be the leaders that we need more than ever right now to solve some of the world's most pressing problems like climate change and inequalities, because it gives each individual who takes part in the experience the skills they need to navigate the global environment.
Global Visionaries really taught me how to celebrate our sameness, yet also acknowledge our differences, and how to use diversity as a way to find innovation and just the ideas of teamwork and all these skills that are necessary in global leadership. We are the next generation, and I think particularly in a world that is so divided and polarized on so many levels, the problems that previous generations have created are now on our shoulders.
The curriculum taught in GV really isn't focused as much as you would see in a normal school setting. So the program itself focuses on social justice and environmental education. We would participate in projects regarding reforestation, maintaining habitats, maintaining ecosystems. And so directly through the emergence through Guatemala, you kind of see firsthand what you're being educated on.
Pro Justice Group gets the opportunity to teach the first year participants about social justice, which is really helpful because it doesn't feel like someone's talking down to you because they've kind of gone through the same thing. It kind of helped me learn who I wanted to be in the world and understand what it meant to be a global citizen.
Meeting people my age and building friendships in Guatemala that I still talk to this day really just helped me step out of my comfort zone.
In the bigger scheme of things, the service that we did and working with people through the leadership skills and other skills that I gained, I have been more willing to stand up for myself, stand up for things that I believe in, and I've been motivated to be more engaged. I think it really just opens your eyes to the immense privileges that we have, and working with GV, working with people in Guatemala, and getting to do what I got to do through this program was just amazing.
Hello everyone, today I'll be showing you how to register and set up your online bidding account for our virtual auction and gala. To begin, click Start at the top of your screen. This may say Start Bidding if you're doing this on a desktop. Click Create Account and then enter your email address. I already have an account, so I'm going to use a different email address to show you. Then click Confirm. Once you confirm, you'll see that a verification link will be sent to your email address. Please go to your email account, open the email, and click the link. It will then direct you to this page to register with your personal information. All the items with stars are required. You will see it requires credit card information to register. This does not mean that you will be charged. The information is required in case you decide to bid on items. Once you've filled out this information, select Create at the bottom, and you will then log in with your username and password. I'm going to log in with my bidding account I already have set up. You can see on this page it says the auction is open. Click Start Bidding. This will take you to the home page. If you scroll down, you can look through all the items and packages that are available to bid on. For bidding instructions, click Learn How to Bid up at the top left-hand side. This page will show you how to browse through items, view the package information, and how to place a bid. Once you've read through this information, click Start Browsing at the bottom of the page, and you are ready to go. Thank you all so much for participating in Global Visionaries Virtual Auction and Gala.
For me, Global Visionaries has always been a beacon of service and cultural importance. Whether it comes to learning a language, cultivating connections, or participating in projects, I can count on Global Visionaries to hold those values closely. Thanks to them, I was provided an invaluable experience that has taught me those very ideals. My Spanish has gotten a lot better. I met people who I'd never thought I'd meet before and became close friends with them. And I had the pleasure of planting a lot of trees. Global Visionaries has meant a lot to me. I am grateful for the opportunities I've had thanks to them.
Hi, my name is Reagan Jackson. I'm the co-executive director of Young Women Empowered and a former program manager for Global Visionaries. Gosh, I think I led about 5 trips during my tenure as program manager. And more recently, once Mario became executive director, we decided we wanted to collaborate. And so I brought 2 youth from YWE and one of our mentors on a trip 2 years ago. And I hadn't been to Guatemala in 8 years, and it was such a beautiful experience to reconnect with my host family and with the community. And while I was there, one of the things that I love is doing art, and so I was bugging and pestering Aurelio and Mario, oh, I want to do a mural, like we should make a project, but you know the schedules are so busy that not everybody had time to contribute. So I decided by myself in my spare time to get some spray paint and make this mural. So that's the mural that you saw in your little invitation. And the words I wrote at the bottom, Sembramos, Arboles y Amistades, are a reference to being a part of reforestation, because we were literally climbing up the mountains and planting trees. But what I noticed during our time together was more than planting trees, we were planting friendships, and more than planting friendships just among the youth. We were starting, I think, a movement of empathy and compassion and planting human kindness and connection. And that's what has drawn me to do the work of study abroad programs, and particularly with a social justice lens, and fostering that international connection that is so vitally important. So we look forward to seeing you May 22nd for the annual auction. And let's go out there and plant more than just trees.
Hola, mi nombre es Jacqueline y soy participante del programa NGV en mi segundo año. El programa NGV pues he aprendido bastante porque no hacemos las cosas o no tomamos opiniones de la forma tradicional, sino que para eso hacemos actividades, juegos y dinámicas, y pues a los 5 minutos nos damos cuenta de que ya todos estamos hablando como que nos conociéramos de toda la vida. Debido a la pandemia hemos estado trabajando por videollamadas. Estas las hacemos en Zoom y nunca nos alcanza el tiempo. Y estas tampoco son nada aburridas. ¿Por qué? Porque no solo los adultos hablan, sino que ellos siempre quieren saber la opinión de nosotros los jóvenes. Y aprendemos siempre a través de juegos. Una de las cosas que más me gustan del programa es que siempre nos enseñan los dos lados de la historia. Me refiero a que siempre nos enseñan el lado positivo y negativo de la misma. Y pues eso nos hace también a tomar conciencia de tomar nuestras propias decisiones, y en ocasiones pues también nos ayudan a liderar. ¿Por qué? Porque me ayudó a conocerme más a mí misma, me ayudó a saber de lo que era capaz, y también me ayudó a liderar pequeños grupos. Pienso que el programa NGV es muy importante porque trabaja con la juventud, con los jóvenes. Regularmente no son tan tomados en cuenta en nuestra sociedad, pero pienso que los jóvenes no solo son el futuro, sino también son el presente de Guatemala. El programa nos hace analizar las cosas, cómo nos afectan en nuestra vida diaria, cómo las decisiones que tomamos nos pueden traer riesgos, consecuencias que no siempre van a ser positivas, que pueden ser negativas, y entonces nos ayudan como a analizar cada una de las cosas que vamos a realizar. Por eso para mí es muy importante que sigan existiendo programas como lo es NGV. Otra de las cosas que también es muy importante para mí es conocer a personas tanto guatemaltecas como de otros países, como lo puede ser Estados Unidos. ¿Por qué? Porque compartimos culturas, tradiciones, y pues nos damos cuenta que aunque seamos de lugares diferentes, pues tenemos las mismas necesidades, incluso podemos llegar a tener los mismos gustos. Entonces es muy importante interactuar con personas de otros lugares para conocer diferentes cosas y para poder interactuar y conocernos los unos a los otros, ya sean guatemaltecos o estadounidenses.
Good evening. All right. Welcome to all of our guests online this evening. I'm David Bestock. I will be your MC for the evening. We're just about 15 minutes away from starting our live stream, so please make sure you have everything all set. If you haven't logged in yet to Greater Giving, we need everyone to do that. That is how you bid. That is how you donate. That is for you at home and for you here in the room. Log into Greater Giving now. For those of you at home, I recommend using two screens, one to watch on and one to bid on. So watch on your bigger screen is what I would recommend, like a laptop, and then if you have a second screen, like an iPad or a phone or a tablet, go to globalvi2021.ggo.bid. If you need to sign up or log in, you click on the words that say Get Started, create your profile. I just did it a minute ago, super easy. Then you'll enter your credit card information, click the green gavel icon, and you're ready to bid on all of the auction items. You'll know you've done it right when you see your name on the main page. Now, the silent auction closes first at 6:45, which is like minutes away, basically. So make sure you get on there, sign up, and concentrate your bidding right now on the silent auction items. And again, that is for all of you at home and all of you in the room. Some really amazing items available, and of course, all of the auction items and all of your support tonight goes directly to support GV's programs. If you have any questions, please reach out to us in the YouTube chat. Say hi to us. Tell us where you're watching from. Again, bid on those silent items, and keep in mind the live items are open now. We're going to close them during the program, so now is the time to get on there and set your bids. Go to globalvi2021.ggo.bid and start bidding. You can click bid more and set a max bid so the computer robots will head up to your max bid for you, and you can just sit back and relax. We will be back here at 6:30 to start the program, so get on and bid, and we'll see you in just a few. Thank you.
Global Visionaries is a leadership program that empowers our young generation to be the leaders that we need more than ever right now to solve some of the world's most pressing problems like climate change and inequalities, because it gives each individual who takes part in the experience the skills they need to navigate the global environment.
Global Visionaries really taught me how to celebrate our sameness, yet also acknowledge our differences, and how to use diversity as a way to find innovation and just the ideas of teamwork and all these skills that are necessary in global leadership. We are the next generation, and I think particularly in a world that is so divided and polarized on so many levels, the problems that previous generations have created are now on our shoulders.
The curriculum taught in GV really isn't focused as much as you would see in a normal school setting. So the program itself focuses on social justice and environmental education. We would participate in projects regarding reforestation, maintaining habitats, maintaining ecosystems. And so directly through the emergence through Guatemala, you kind of see firsthand what you're being educated on.
Pro Justice Group gets the opportunity to teach the first year participants about social justice, which is really helpful because it doesn't feel like someone's talking down to you because they've kind of gone through the same thing. It kind of helped me learn who I wanted to be in the world and understand what it meant to be a global citizen.
Meeting people my age and building friendships in Guatemala that I still talk to this day really just helped me step out of my comfort zone.
In the bigger scheme of things, the service that we did and working with people, through the leadership skills and other skills that I gained, I have been more willing to stand up for myself, stand up for things that I believe in, and I've been motivated to be more engaged. I think it really just opens your eyes to the immense privileges that we have, and working with GV, working with people in Guatemala, and getting to do what I got to do through this program was just amazing.
Hello everyone, today I'll be showing you how to register and set up your online bidding account for our virtual auction and gala. To begin, click Start at the top of your screen. This may say Start Bidding if you're doing this on a desktop. Click Create Account and then enter your email address. I already have an account, so I'm going to use a different email address to show you. Then click Confirm. Once you confirm, you'll see that a verification link will be sent to your email address. Please go to your email account, open the email, and click the link. It will then direct you to this page to register with your personal information. All the items with stars are required. You will see it requires credit card information to register. This does not mean that you will be charged. The information is required in case you decide to bid on items. Once you've filled out this information, select Create at the bottom, and you will then log in with your username and password. I'm going to log in with my bidding account I already have set up. You can see on this page it says the auction is open. Click Start Bidding. This will take you to the home page. If you scroll down, you can look through all the items and packages that are available to bid on. For bidding instructions, click Learn How to Bid up at the top left-hand side. This page will show you how to browse through items, view the package information, and how to place a bid. Once you've read through this information, click Start Browsing at the bottom of the page, and you are ready to go. Thank you all so much for participating in Global Visionaries Virtual Auction and Gala.
For me, Global Visionaries has always been a beacon of service and cultural importance. Whether it comes to learning a language, cultivating connections, or participating in projects, I can count on Global Visionaries to hold those values closely. Thanks to them, I was provided an invaluable experience that has taught me those very ideals. My Spanish has gotten a lot better. I met people who I'd never thought I'd meet before and became close friends with them. And I had the pleasure of planting a lot of trees. Global Visionaries has meant a lot to me. I am grateful for the opportunities I've had thanks to them.
about to get started. It's almost 6:30. Those of you outside, maybe finish up what you're eating and come on in.
Hi, my name is Reagan Jackson. I'm the co-executive director of Young Women Empowered and a former program manager for Global Visionaries. I think I led about 5 trips during my tenure as program manager. And more recently, once Mario became executive director, we decided we wanted to collaborate. And so I brought 2 youth from YWE and one of our mentors on a trip 2 years ago. And I hadn't been to Guatemala in 8 years, and it was such a beautiful experience to reconnect with my host family and with the community. And while I was there, one of the things that I love is doing art, and so I was bugging and pestering Aurelio and Mario, oh, I want to do a mural, like we should make a project, but you know, the schedules are so busy that not everybody had time to contribute. So I decided by myself in my spare time to get some spray paint and make this mural. So that's the mural that you saw in your little invitation. And the words I wrote at the bottom, Sembramos, Arboles y Amistades, are a reference to being a part of reforestation, because we were literally climbing up the mountains and planting trees. But what I noticed during our time together was more than planting trees, we were planting friendships, and more than planting friendships just among the youth. We were starting, I think, a movement of empathy and compassion and planting human kindness and connection. And that's what has drawn me to do the work of study abroad programs, and particularly with a social justice lens, and fostering that international connection that is so vitally important. So we look forward to seeing you May 22nd for the annual auction. And let's go out there and plant more than just trees.
Hola, mi nombre es Jacqueline y soy participante del programa NGV en mi segundo año. El programa NGV pues he aprendido bastante porque no hacemos las cosas o no tomamos opiniones de la forma tradicional.
You'll create your profile, you'll enter your credit card information, click the green gavel icon, and you're ready to bid on all of the auction items. You'll know you've done it right when you see your name on the main page. All of the items are open now, and your bids go directly to support GV and their mission. So bid high and bid often. The silent auction closes first at 6:45, which is very soon. We're talking Pacific Standard Time. So make sure you concentrate your bidding on those items now, and you could go home with something awesome and support GV at the same time. If you need help bidding on multiple items, here's a little tip. You can set a maximum bid by clicking Bid More on any item. Click Bid More. You'll have two choices. You can bid more instantly than the minimum bid, or you can click Max Bid, and the computer will automatically bid for you up to your max bid. I highly recommend getting on the max bid train so that you can bid on multiple items and you don't need to be tapping it. Or if you love the thrill of a live auction, as I do, you can just be there hovering, waiting for that person to outbid you and then jump on it right away. But go ahead and click max bid on the bid more and watch the robot do your bidding. If you're not sure you're seeing the most recent bids, click refresh. If you have any questions, reach out to us in the YouTube chat. I'm seeing the chat here. It says we can't hear you. We can't hear the speaker. I'm contacting them about this audio issue. Good thing I can see the chat. Now you can hear us. Sorry for starting lip syncing to all of those of you at home. And that's the way to use the chat, folks. You know, you let us know, and we took care of it. So thank you to our technical team here in the room. And if there's anything else like that, again, try and hit refresh if it's not syncing up, because it could just be internet speeds, or type something into the YouTube chat and we will get it fixed for you. So, without further ado, to begin our program this evening, we're going to hear from Naomi Rothenberg, GV alumna and board member, and then co-executive directors Mario and Sarah, and then we'll play a fun trivia game with Katie before we jump into the auction fun. And just a note, everyone coming on stage tonight has been vaccinated. We talked about it. We all feel comfortable being unmasked on stage, but I wanted to let everyone know that we are prioritizing safety, and you get to see our faces tonight. So that's the deal. We'll be unmasked off stage, but everyone coming on stage is comfortable with that. So without further ado, Naomi.
Thank you. Good evening to everyone, both those who are here in person and all of you who are joining us from home, and welcome to our very first hybrid event, which is the 20th Annual Global Visionaries Auction and Gala. I want to start off by honoring and acknowledging the land that we're gathered on today, the land of the Coast Salish people, specifically the ancestral land of the Duwamish, Suquamish, Muckleshoot, and Stillaguamish tribes. I extend my respect to citizens of those tribes who live here today and their ancestors who have lived here for generations, and to all Indigenous people who are joining us tonight, both in person and online. I also affirm that this acknowledgement is insufficient and it doesn't undo the harms that have been done and continue to be perpetrated now against Indigenous people, their land, water, and air. My name is Naomi Rothenberg, and I'm a member of the Global Visionaries Board of Directors, and I'm an alumna of the Global Visionaries program. I first got involved with GV in 2014 and just loved it so much that I couldn't stay away and continued in the Advanced Leadership program my senior year of high school as a junior leader. And GV really stands for just everything that I'm passionate about. I was eager to get involved in a larger capacity this year on the board of directors, and I'm really excited for this evening. So I've been part of the planning committee, and we're looking forward to seeing what this hybrid event brings to all of you. So I'd like to take a moment now and thank the committee members and volunteers this evening. Please stand up and give a wave if you are part of the planning committee. And there were other people behind the scenes and online too. So please join me in thanking all of them. So as David mentioned, I hope that you've spent some time surfing the auction items and bidding online. The silent portion of the auction will close at 6:45 tonight, so be sure to get your bids in now because there's not much time. And just a reminder, the bidding site is located at the bottom of your screen. I hope that you've had a chance to check out some of the educational information we've shared here, both in person and on our pre-program slides and videos online, because there is a little bit of a quiz coming up, so hopefully you'll remember some of that information. And for those alumni out there, you do have a little bit of an advantage because some of the information is from GV curriculum. And then finally, some of you may have noticed the meme challenge, which is going on online. And I hope you had a lot of fun with that. I think it's fun to get involved with memes, and a big thanks to our board member, Crystal, for organizing that online. So as David mentioned, this theme tonight is Sembramos, Arboles y Amistad, which means that we plant trees and friendship. And this theme came from a beautiful mural that was done at our Guatemalan office by trip leader and former staff member, Reagan Jackson. And if you missed it, Reagan shared a lovely video, which you can find on our YouTube channel and across social media, about her inspiration behind the message and how GV students and families plant trees and friendships throughout their time in the program and in the community overall. I want to take a moment now to thank our sponsors, Talking Rain, Molina Healthcare, now CFO, Columbia Bank, and Hughes Media Law Group. And then also thank you, And we also want to give a huge shout out to Live Oak for supporting us with all of our AV needs tonight. So we can give more applause. We're really grateful for all of your support and ongoing support of youth leadership, both here in Seattle and in San Miguel Escobar. So I'm going to turn us over now to Sarah and Mario, co-executive directors, and then for a quick update, and then we'll turn it over to Katie, a current ALP member.
Hi everyone, welcome so much. We are so excited to have you. I'm Sarah Popelka, co-executive director.
Buenas noches, bienvenidos a todos. Mi nombre es Mario Flores. I am one of the other co-executive directors with Sarah, and we are honored to have you here this evening. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight, in person here at Metropolis or at home online watching us on the screen. We are so very grateful for our GV community and how all have supported us for over the last year, especially how difficult this past year has been. And I don't have words to describe how important has been that support. We had to cancel 5 immersion cohorts to Guatemala, which created hardship, frustration, and also disappointment among the staff, the participants, their families, the communities that we work in Guatemala, and also the homestays families as well.
Through community support, small business administration grants, our staff and our teachers' ability to create online programming, we have survived the worst. I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge our staff and board for their hard work to get us through. We acknowledge that many nonprofits and small businesses have not been so fortunate this year. So please stand if you're on the board of directors. Yay, thank you so much.
We also like to call out to the other staff members in the room whose most amazing dedication has actually made having us to deliver the program this year. So I wanted to ask Jennifer and Cassidy if you guys please stand up as well. Please join me in giving them an applause as well. At the same time, you're gonna hear from them later on today, but also Aurelio and Billy Lopez, please join me in give them an applause too. Yay. While it has been a very difficult and challenging year, and we are not out of the wood just yet, we have some important and special news to share with you. I don't know if you guys have heard already about this, but we are planning in traveling with 2 small cohorts over this summer, in July and August. Our students are excited, our homestay families are thrilled, and we are working very hard to make sure our protocols and activities remain safety while the impact of the program keep the same and intact.
Tonight is an opportunity to share our excitement with you, gather together in community, and to help fund the gaps that have been created by this past year and the coming expenses.
So thank you one more time, And thank you for sharing your vision of planting trees and friendship among yourself, among your communities, among all of you here. We hope that you have a great evening tonight. Gracias.
Now we have the pleasure of introducing one of our advanced leadership students. I had the pleasure of traveling with this amazing young leader in 2019. She served on our board of directors for a year and has led her peers in some fantastic social justice conversations over the past 2 years with GV, and she's graduating next month. Tonight she's gonna lead us in a trivia game about GV and some of the facts that we learn as a group, and she'll even talk a little bit about her own experiences. Join me in welcoming Katie Shirigalo to the stage.
Bravo.
Hi everyone, thank you so much. I'm Katie Shirigalo. This is my 3rd year with GV. I traveled to Guatemala in summer of 2019, and then I served on the board, and I am now a junior leader. I'm really excited to be here with you tonight, and so thank you so much for supporting us. So we are gonna play a little trivia game on some of the GV curriculum. So let's get into it. So it's gonna be on Kahoot. So if you don't know how to use Kahoot, basically you can use your phone or any device and go to kahoot.it. And then it's gonna ask you for a code, and you can also totally play along in your head. That's all good, whatever works for you. And the code for us is 8643903. Oh, yeah, it is 8, okay. Okay, I think we're gonna get started, and if you haven't joined yet, the code will be on the screen and you can join in at any time in the game. Okay, so let's start. Okay, the first question is, how much water can you save by shortening your showers by 1 minute? 1 cup, 2 liters, 5 gallons, or 15 gallons? The answer is 5 gallons. So something that I have personally done since becoming a member of GV that really helps me save water when I'm showering is just to turn off the shower when I am shampooing and conditioning. And I recommend you guys all take that up because every second you're not running water matters. Okay, we're gonna move on to question number 2. Okay, how long did the Guatemalan Civil War last? We have 5 months, 2 years, 16 years, and 36 years. Okay, and for this question, we will have a special guest who will share the answer and a little context for us. So we're gonna have Billy Lopez, who's the Guatemalan Youth Program Director. Let's hear what he has to say.
Buenas noches, my name is Billy Lopez. I'm the Program Director of Guatemala. I'm talking to you from Guatemala, actually. I'm here to reveal the answer for the question how many years lasted the Civil War here in Guatemala. But before that, I'd like to give you a little bit of context of why Naomi included this question in the trivia that you're playing tonight. One of the reasons that we talk about the Civil War in Guatemala for the Guatemala youth program is because we have a lack of collective memory, meaning that we don't know the history of Guatemala. And one of the things to understand our present is, I think it's very important to know what were our mistakes from the past and how we can change and move forward and make positive changes. Usually this history is not being taught in these public schools in Guatemala. And here in Guatemala, we believe, Global Visionaries believe that we need to learn about those things. Also, the youth from the United States learn about the history of Guatemala because the government of the United States was involved during this time. And so we talk about imperialism, we talk about colonialism, we talk about how, as a group of people that are now connected, can make positive changes. The Civil War lasted 36 years, and the results were that over 200,000 people die and disappear. More than 1 million people had to be displaced, mostly to Mexico and United States. Up to this day, we still have a lot of violence in our country. We have a very expired education system. Our health system, it's very collapsed. So, and it's all the results of this 36 years of Civil War. So this is the answer. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Thank you very much for your support, and have a good night.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so I just really want to echo what Billy was saying, which is that we don't really get education about that kind of stuff in the school system, the public school system here in the US. And I'm forever grateful to GV for teaching us about imperialism and about the Guatemalan Civil War, and for really opening our eyes up to what's happening in the world. So we're going to move on to the next question. So something else that we learned about in GV is the real price of our clothing. So this question is, how much water does it take to produce one cotton t-shirt? 2 liters, 20 liters, 300 liters, or 2,700 liters? The answer is 2,700 liters. And a little bit more information on this is that 84% of textiles end up in landfills or incinerators, and textiles can take up to 200 years to decompose in a landfill. So some things that you can do as consumers are you can try to reduce fast fashion and buy secondhand. You can also shop at sustainable clothing stores. Okay, we're going to move on to the next question. And this question also relates to commerce, and it has a specific significance to the region where we go and the work that we do in Guatemala. And this question is, what's the current New York C price? And this basically just means the benchmark for global coffee prices. $1.70, $1.40, $6.75, or $13.95. The answer is $1.70. Okay, and a little fun fact about the $13.95 per pound is that that is the current cost of 1 pound of Antigua coffee from Starbucks. Yeah, okay. And also, something that I thought was pretty interesting is that the average cost to produce and sell the coffee is $1.40, so the only real profit is about 30 cents. Okay, moving on to the next question. We have something really special here at GV. How many trees have been planted by GV? 40,114, 216, 5,247, or 1,092? Yay! And for this question, we have another special treat. Senior Director in Guatemala for GV, Aurelio Hernandez, is going to share with us about the planting we have done in Guatemala and the surprising number of trees planted by GV participants.
Hola, ¿cómo están? I am Aurelio Hernandez, Senior Country Director in Guatemala for GV. It is great to be with you, even if it is remotely. Thank you for supporting Global Visionaries tonight. I am here to reveal the answer to the question, how many trees have been planted by GV? To let you know, it is a lot more than you may be guessing. We have been planting trees here with GV students since 2005. So, that is a lot of trees. We partnered with local environmental departments of our region and learn how to plant, seedling in the areas that need more vegetation. This is an important step in reducing our carbon footprint and fighting back against climate change. And the views at the top of our hikes are really beautiful. Since 2005, we have planted an estimated a little bit more than 40,000 trees in Guatemala, and we hope to plant more this summer. Thank you for having me tonight, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Buenas noches.
Okay, so that is it for the Kahoot. Thank you everyone for participating. In third place, we have Dan. Second place, we have Morgan. And the champion is Go GP. Okay, so I hope you guys all feel like you learned a little bit about the work we do at GV and maybe even some ways that you can alter your behaviors to help our environment. I'll be back to chat in a little bit, and thank you so much. Thank you for playing.
All right. Thank you, Katie. Wow, I definitely learned a few things from that game. So thank you so much. I hope you all did too. Again, folks, if you haven't registered yet on the Greater Giving site, now is the time. We're about to get into the live auction portion of the night. So if you have not yet, go to globalvi2021.ggo.bid. If you need to sign up or log in, click Get Started, create your profile, enter your credit card, click the green gavel, and you're ready to bid on all of the auction items. You'll know you've done it right when your name is on the top of the page. Can I see some nods? Like, yeah, the name's on the top of the page. I'm ready to bid. I'm ready to, yeah, okay. I'm seeing some nods here. You at home, you can nod. Maybe just move your laptop up and down so I can see that you're participating. That'd be great. So the live auction items, first of all, let me just check my time, but I think the silent auction is closed. Hopefully you won something. If you did, congratulations. We've closed the silent, and now it's time to close the live auction items one at a time. And here's how this is going to work. Folks in the room and at home, you're seeing on Greater Giving the live results of those donations. You at home are about 10 seconds delayed on the live stream, hearing me from folks in the room, but you're all bidding at the same time. So whatever your phone or tablet tells you in terms of the bidding is totally right, whether you're in the room or at home. Items 1 through 5 will be closing momentarily. Direct donations will be open all night, and the Java for GV and the cookbook option will be open until we run out of coffee, cookbooks, and mugs. So go ahead and get one for yourself and get one for a friend. I'll be here to guide you through the night, update you on the items, and lead you through some opportunities to hear more from students as well. Some of you pre-ordered meals, you at home, for your evening. Hopefully all of you have some snacks and a drink of some sort in hand. We'd love to know how festive you are this evening, so tell us what you're drinking in the chat or how you're celebrating GV at home. You can post your selfie on social media with the hashtag GV Gala 2021 or Sembramos, Arboles y Amistad, also in a hashtag. And before we give you the opportunity to raise your virtual paddle and make a tax-deductible donation, we're going to close down our 5 live auction items. So remember, you at home are bidding against the people in the room and vice versa, and you're doing it in real time with each other, even though the broadcast at home is slightly delayed. This is the first time for me too, so we're going to roll with it, and I'm excited, frankly. Mostly because together we're going to support GV in some meaningful ways tonight. So as a note for you at home, it'll automatically refresh. I've told you this is the best time to set those max bids. Set them high. Watch yourself win those items. And just hit the bid more button, and you can choose to jump the bid or hit the green max bid button in the lower right corner, and the computer will automatically do it for you. Okay, let's get it started. So this first item is just going to close in about 3 minutes, but I'm going to be watching these bids, and when it slows down or stops, I'm going to close it. So let's keep those bids going. This is auction item number 1. You're going to get a taste of Burgundy, France, right in the comfort of your own home. This is Eldon Selections mixed wine case and includes 12 bottles of some of their most popular wines shipped straight from their vineyards in Burgundy, France. And this is for local deliveries and pickups only. Please, if you're out of state and you want to purchase this item, we'll ship it to you, but at your expense. If you're local, you will get it delivered to you, or you can coordinate pickup. And this is small batch, hand-selected collection. Right now, we've got the top bid is $500 going to Susan. So I'm looking at you, Joanna. You were second place. You and Susan have been back and forth. I bet you set that max bid. It's time to make it a little higher. Or for someone who's not Joanna and Susan, now you could just jump right in and go home with a case of wine. $550. Boom, Joanna was listening. Thank you. Are you in the room? Are you in the room? Should I be talking straight to you? Yes, Joanna, I see you. Thank you for waving your hand. It's not everyone who's brave enough to say, yep, that's me trying to steal your wine. Susan, are you also in the room? This could get interesting. Susan is at home. Okay, Susan, hike up those sweats and make the next bid. All right, Joanna is currently taking home that wine for $550. Boom, $600. Ryan McDonald out of nowhere. Yes, Ryan. This is starting to feel like a live auction again. I'm loving it, people. I was missing it, honestly, through COVID. We love doing the virtual events, and I'm loving this hybrid auction. $650 now. Okay, Joanna, I see you getting thirsty for that wine. And we talked to Steve, who's the coordinator of this event, who's donated the wine and knows the vintner personally. So definitely this is close to the GV home here. The top bid currently $650, going to take $700. Ryan, you're in just for one? I feel like you can't just come in for one. You got to jump back in there, shake it up a little bit. Current bid $650. I think it's going to take $700 or more to jump in this. Boom, $700. Ryan, thank you for playing. Love it. Yes, we've got Joanna and Ryan in the thick of it now. Joanna, not to be outdone, I think we could start a food fight here in the room. I'm just saying, if we really wanted to get into it and compete. The current bid is $750. Susan, back in the mix. It's the whole who's going to place show. I don't know horse terms, but I'm excited because it's going back and forth here. We'll probably close this in like 30 seconds, so keep those bids coming. Set a max bid up to like $850 right now, and you might take home some wine. Currently, Susan, from the comfort of her home, taking it home for $750. We're not going to do a going once. We're not going to do a going twice. At some point, I'm going to look over, and I'm going to say, shut it down, and that time is really soon. So Joanna and Ryan, I want you to jump back in there, phone in hand, set that max bid. Susan, you're currently winning at $750. I'm not seeing that change much unless you stop me. Laura, let's go ahead and close auction item number 1. You can sneak it in. You're already clapping, though. Susan, thank you for playing at home and in the room. That's how it's done here tonight to support GV. The winning bidder, Susan, at $750 for that amazing case of wine. Wonderful. Okay, moving on. Auction item number 2. That's how it's going to go, folks. You will relax and unwind on a 41-foot boat cruising around Lake Washington or Lake Union. You can bring up to 6 friends or family members along to soak up the beautiful Seattle summer while tanning in the sun, swimming in the lake, or relaxing on board of this luxurious cruiser. Everyone attended must be fully vaccinated. July 4th is booked this year, so the booking must be before or after that. Otherwise, the calendar is your oyster. Food and drinks are not included, but you are welcome to bring your own. Make it a party. Come on, party on a boat. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, right now, Seth Parent is in the lead with $450. This is under market value, folks. Let's at least get it up to $600 in support of GV, and you're going to have a party on a boat with your friends. So, who's there below? Yes, Tom, Jalissa, Shirley. I see you on there, but I'm not seeing you up there, if you know what I mean. I'm looking at a little spread. Hopefully you guys are looking at that too. You guys are all looking at that? Now, if you're looking at it, go and click the bid more button, and then just click bid, all right? Wherever you're on that page, just go ahead and click bid, because you're going to party on a boat. But that's what I'm talking about. All right, thank you. That's what I was waiting for. Didn't know I was waiting for it, but I was. Seth, you're running away with this. You're boating out to the middle of the water alone right now. Got someone flossing in the back, celebrating Seth's bids. I see you. You're in the room. And I see you dancing at home. Don't think you can't be seen. I see you. All right, Seth's running away with this one unless someone jumps in and bids. I see some folks looking at their phone. Anyone wanting to jump in on this boat tour? Otherwise, befriend Seth Parent, because he is going to win this in just a moment. Tom Walsh, are you out there? Are you in the room, Tom? Come on, Tom. Come on. You got your family there. You're into it? Okay. I'm seeing Seth still out in front here at 450. So I think it's going to take 500. Did it update? It's 650. Okay. I'm on old news here. Can we do a refresh on this, Laura? That would be great. 650. You're leading here. I'm on yesterday's newspaper over here. I'm always a little behind. I like to sleep in, you know. Seth is back in front with 700. It's Tom. This is the Tom and Seth show right now, you guys. Yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting. Seth, are you in the room? Okay. Seth and Tom. Seth, meet Tom. Tom, Seth. All right. They're trying to steal each other's phones for you at home. They're wrestling on the ground right now. I'm not sure if any more bids are happening because they're throwing it down right here. This is fun. I can kind of set them up at home, set them up in the room. All right. Seth is leading at 700. Tom, getting those whispers from your family. It might be time. All right, we're going to close it down in just a minute. I want to do going once, going twice, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to look at you and just kind of wonder why. Seth currently in the lead at 7. Oh, Tom was listening. It's at 750. Seth, get back on your phone. A true bidding war. Yep, talking it over. They were flossing on the boat. You could be flossing on the front of the boat. All right, we're getting rowdy in the room here. Folks at home, you could jump in. Seth's there for 800. All right, set that max bid higher. Okay, I see hands in the air. Tom, thank you for playing. Seth, I think you're running away with this unless someone else jumps in the next 5 seconds, because I'm looking over to Laura and saying, Laura, let's close down auction item number 2. Tom, Seth, thank you both. Seth, congratulations. Let's close it down. I'm just going to go onto the waterfront and wait for the dancing on the boat. I'm excited for it. All right. The third live auction item, folks, is a Guatemalan dinner in your home for 10, prepared for our GV Guatemalan staff during their fall visit to the U.S. that is amazing. The food's going to be amazing, but that in and of itself, circumstantially, is amazing. So your own very own Guatemalan cookbook to try it on your own as well. So this is an awesome opportunity, you guys. Homemade Guatemalan dinner in your home for 10 people. That sounds really amazing. There's going to be rice, beans, homemade tortillas, great spices. Plus, you're going to learn a lot about Guatemalan culture from your chefs. So big thank you to our GV staff in Guatemala for this generous offer. Please note this is only for Seattle metro area locations and only during the August to October timeframe, because our staff will not be traveling to other locations in the U.S. They will be here from August to October of this year, and that's when this is available. I'm hungry just thinking about it. If you only end up with 9 people, please call me. I will be there. I will start with rice and beans and just clean up whatever's left. So here we go. The current leading bidder is $500. The market value for this is, in fact, priceless. So let's see how high we can get this and support GV here tonight. Janelle, currently in the lead at $500, might run away with this. The only bidder right now on this. So, folks, now's the time to sneak in and treat your 9 best friends or family members to a unique and memorable experience. Janelle, otherwise, call me. I will come over and eat with you. Janelle, anyone else? Anyone feeling it and just can't get their phone to work and need me to like slow this down? Otherwise, me and Janelle are gonna feast. Otherwise, folks at home, if you're watching from anywhere in the Seattle metro area, go ahead and click bid on this right now. Let's give it one more refresh, Laura. Otherwise, you know, Janelle's my new best friend. Is Janelle in the room here? No. We're gonna connect later. Cool. Anyone jumping into the mix here? Guatemalan dinner for 10? I know, delicioso. Anybody? Last call here. All right. Janelle, call me. Congrats. Okay, awesome. Items 1 through 3 down. We've got 2 more, but we're going to take a little break from closing our live items right now to hear from a student in our Guatemalan youth program. So let's take a moment now and hear what Marcos has to tell us.
Mi nombre es Marcos Aníbal López Acuña y es mi tercer año en GV. Lo que he estado haciendo en GV es compartir sobre nuestra cultura y aprender sobre las culturas de los extranjeros. También divertirnos con todos los jóvenes y poder jugar un poco, como por ejemplo teníamos un juego en el que decíamos palabras difíciles, entonces compartíamos mucho, hacíamos muchas amistades. También este año estoy en el programa vía WhatsApp que consistía en conocer a nuestra pareja y nosotros con mi pareja hablábamos mucho sobre las cosas que nos gustaban, también nuestra situación ante la pandemia del COVID-19, la forma de trato en nuestros países y también podíamos compartir qué era lo que más nos gustaba ver, como por ejemplo películas o lo que nos gustaba hacer en la calle y también con nuestra familia. Para mí el programa de GV es importante porque aprendemos a compartir nuestras ideas, así también podemos aprender a escuchar a las demás personas. Compartimos cómo es que nosotros desearíamos ver un futuro, también cómo nos desearíamos ver a nosotros mismos y también aprendemos a ser conscientes sobre qué es lo mejor para nuestro país, como por ejemplo si nuestro país está en una mala condición ambiental, aprendemos a ser conscientes, a tratarlo bien, a cuidarlo y también aprendemos a ser líderes y a poder desenvolvernos y también aprender sobre las demás culturas. Para mí es importante crear relaciones entre jóvenes guatemaltecos y estadounidenses porque aprendemos mucho de nosotros mismos, así como de las otras personas, aprendemos de su manera de pensar, aprendemos también de cómo es que ellos conviven con su familia, cuáles son sus costumbres, sus creencias y sus habilidades, pero ante todo creo que crear relaciones nos ayuda a saber de que a pesar de que tenemos una diferente situación económica, una diferente creencia, un tipo de piel de diferente color, nos ayuda a aprender que Somos humanos y todos somos iguales y nos debemos tratar bien. Crear relaciones también nos ayuda a saber cómo tratar a la persona, porque en mi país puedo decir algo que para mí sea una broma o un chiste y para la persona extranjera puede ser algo ofensivo. Entonces, crear relaciones nos ayuda a poder entendernos y también a poder saber qué es la mejor manera de poder tratarnos.
All right. Thank you to Marcos for sharing some of his experiences in GV and how the program adapted this last year. Thank you so much. So we're heading right back in to the live auction, folks. So we're on item number 4, which is a week in Burgundy, France, not including airfare. But are you ready to start traveling again? I know I am. This is the perfect opportunity for you to take that vacation you've been waiting for. And big thank you to Steve Smith in the room for donating this item. Yes. Thank you, and supporting GV. And now it's your turn, folks, to bid on this and further support GV and head to France. Bucolic Burgundy, France is a calm, cultivated, and serene region where nature is as sophisticated as the people. If you're looking for quintessential French culture, you'll find it in Burgundy. A holiday here defines relaxed indulgence. You can bike forever along historic Burgundy Canal, visit one of the nearby castles, or the 800-year-old Cistercian Abbey virtually next door. Wine lovers are going to celebrate the many local wineries and beautiful vineyards just over the hills, including the winery that gave us the wine for the first auction item tonight. You can close the loop on that, yeah. And you'll have a wonderfully restored stone farmhouse to call home for 7 nights. This sleeps 5. It's newly renovated 2-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, tranquil spot featuring a full kitchen, private terrace overlooking the Burgundy Canal. So far from the hustle of everyday life, yet only 2 hours from Paris on the bullet train or car. So make this year the year you visit France the way it was meant to be visited. The homeowner and professional tour guide may be on site and available if dates are mutually agreeable. Otherwise, hosts and travel guides may be available in country if the timing is coordinated. Okay, that was a lot of information because this is a vacation you're going to remember for your entire life. Right now, Ryan's memories are the ones being built. He is in the lead at 900. But Roger, I see you there, just trading bids. Roger, are you in the room tonight? Yep, I see you, Roger. Thank you. Thank you for bidding. You know, and I see Ryan there. I see your hands in your pocket, Roger, which, you know, I know that you've got the phone kind of working there, and it looks like you're playing it cool and calm and collected, but you're really there bidding more, so thank you. But maybe not to be outdone, maybe to be outdone by someone else in the room. Ryan in the lead right now at 900. Anyone else jumping in there for a trip to France? Again, if you only have 5 people, I will join you. I know that might be weird, but I'm a very good travel guest. Oh yeah, okay. Ryan outbidding himself. Oh no, Joanna, this was a quick move. Joanna jumped in, and then Ryan has a max bid set. Let's test how high Ryan's max bid is set to. Okay, he's currently at 1,100. Joanna, I would just set it really high and just see how far we can get Ryan to join you for this trip, maybe. Maybe you guys can work it out. No, okay. Ryan's in the lead for 1,100. Joanna, I'm looking back at you. Roger, I kind of gave up on you. Although, no, your phone's out. No, get in there. I've never given up on you. I believed in you the whole time. I was imagining those movies where, like, the spy has the, you know, remember those where you had to hit the button 3 times to make the letter C and stuff, but the, like, a super spy can do it under the table? Do you guys, anyone know what I'm talking about? All right, cool. Nope, just me. Great, good story, me. All right, Ryan is in the lead now for 1,300. Joanna, thank you for testing the waters. It's going to take more than that to steal this trip from Ryan. Ryan really wants to go to France, folks. So, Ryan, you're in the lead with 1,300. Now's the chance for anyone to jump in there. There's some cheers for Roger, +1 for the second bedroom right there. 1,300, Ryan's in the lead. I'm seeing some waitful eyes. Not too late to punch it up there. I'm going to start my pivot over to Laura in just a minute, starting to swivel. This is basically going once here. You got volunteers. If you're looking to to fill up the house. That won't be a problem. Ryan's in the lead with 1,300. Let's go ahead and close this item down. Thank you, Joanna. Thank you, Roger. I think Ryan's winning if we close it. Sarah, are you trying to tell me something? Okay, you're just excited to go to France with Ryan. Me too. Great. Did we close that? Are we closed out of that one? I feel like it could change. You guys are making me nervous over here. You at home, I don't know what you're doing. Why aren't you bidding on this? We closed this one? Boom. Okay, it's done. Congratulations. You have a note. Oh, okay, great. Before we jump into the last item here. Okay, Mario's going to give the translation to Marcos's video that we watched. So for those non-native Spanish speakers, you will now know what he said. Please.
Thank you. Sorry about that, by the way. It was YouTube's fault, not ours. Just kidding. So my name is Marco Aníbal López Acuña, and this is my 3rd year in GV. What I've been doing in GV is sharing about my culture, learning from the culture of foreigners. We also had fun with all my youth fellows, such as we used to share difficult words in Spanish and thus create friendships. This year, I was in the program via WhatsApp. That consists of meeting our partners. My partner and I share many of the things we like to do. Our situation of the COVID-19 pandemic and how our communities are facing it. We are also able to share what we like to see, such as movies and with our families. The GV program is important to me because we learn to share our ideas, just as we learn to listen to other people. We share how we want to see the future and how we see ourselves in that future. And we learn to be more aware of what is the best for our countries. For example, if our country is in bad environmental conditions, we learn to be aware of how we can take care of our planet. We learn how to be leaders and grow. Also, learn about other cultures. For me, it's important to create relationships between Guatemala and USA youth because we learn a lot about ourselves, just as we learn from other people about their way of thinking. We learn how they live with their families, their customs, their beliefs, and their skills. We have a different economic situation, a different belief, a different skin color, and it helps us learn that in the end, we're all humans. And we must learn how to treat each other well. Creating relationship is also help us to learn how to treat other people. Because in my country, I can say something that for me can be a joke or something funny, but for someone else, it can be offensive. So creating relationships help us understand each other and what the best way is to treat each other. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Mario, and thank you again, Marcos, for those words, and appreciate having the translation. I'm so impressed with the young people involved in GV, folks. The social justice acumen and the leadership strengths of the young people in the program. I know some alumni are here, is just continues to amaze me. I've done the event for GV a couple times, and I just continue to be impressed. So thank you for sharing those words, Mario. Okay, folks, last live auction item to support GV. We're also going to have another opportunity to give tonight, but this is the last live auction item, and it's pretty amazing. This is Dinner for 8 by professional chef Jonathan Hunt, who's a caterer for Amazon Fresh, the caterer for Amazon Fresh, creator of Boom Noodle. This package includes 4 bottles of JM wine and a wine tote. You're going to invite this exceptional chef into your home to create a unique dining experience for 8 people with the cuisine of your choice. Previously, Chef Jonathan was the culinary force behind Lowell Hunt Catering, and was Bill and Melinda Gates' caterer for 9 years. He's cooked for Meryl Streep, the Clintons, Nelson Mandela, Elton John, and more. And folks, all those people really know how to eat, so come on. Choose from Vietnamese, French, Italian, or whatever your palate craves. No worries, he's going to deliver a fabulous meal for you and your guests. Again, 4 bottles of red wine, including the 2014 Malbec Margaret's Vineyard, 2016 Margaret's Vineyard Estate Red 2008 Cabernet Sauvignon, Margaret's Vineyard 2016 Malbec, and Margaret's Vineyard, also from Margaret's Vineyard. It also includes a foldable Maori 6-bottle wine carrier. Again, this is Seattle metro area locations only. But if you're playing online, you could purchase it and donate it to a friend. What an incredible gift. Right now, Chris Colas is in the lead at $12.50. I'm seeing a few different donors on the bid here. Chris kind of jumped the bidding. Chris really wanted this. Chris, are you in the room? Because again, I'm getting hungry thinking about this item. Maureen, Ryan, Seth, you're all out. Chris is running away with this unless we can see a bidder come in at probably $1,300 or more, because right now the bidding is at $1,250. Well worth it for this once-in-a-lifetime culinary experience. Anybody else jumping into the mix to bid on this last chance for the live auction tonight? Otherwise, Chris, again, call me. I'm available for auctions and to eat with you. I'm a multi-service performer. So I think we're going to close it down. I think Chris just kind of threw down the gauntlet, and we respect that kind of move in an auction. Unless someone else has a heavier gauntlet, let's go ahead and close out. Unless someone here indicates, wait a minute, I'm getting back on my phone, or you at home, now is the time. Or 10 seconds ago was the time. No, now is the time. Otherwise, let's go ahead and close auction item number 5. Thank you to all the bidders, and congratulations to all the winners of this year's auction. Some really incredible items, so thank you so much. That was it for our live auction, but you're going to like what's next. We're going to have 2 of our GV students here to talk about their experience in the program. So Katie, can you come back up to the stage? And Jabril is joining us remotely over here on the screen and for you at home. So we're going to use this time to get to know you a little bit more and tell everyone here and online about your experience with GV. So Katie, let's start with you. I understand that the 2 of you traveled to Guatemala on the same immersion in 2019. Tell me what your first impressions were when you arrived in Guatemala.
Well, on the way there, I was definitely a little bit scared. It was my first trip by myself. It was my first time leaving the country. That's not true. I had gone to Canada. But I was really nervous. I was really scared. And on the plane, on the way there, I sat next to a guy who was from Guatemala. And he sat down and he talked to me about how he thought Guatemala was just the most beautiful country in the world. And right away, I could feel the welcoming energy. And by the time we landed in Guatemala and we were in the airport, everyone there was just so overwhelmingly nice. And our first stop was actually a garbage dump in Guatemala City, and it is the largest garbage dump in Central America. And it was eye-opening. It was really hard to see because there were people living there, and to see what we were doing to the environment. It was terrifying, honestly, but it was eye-opening, and I wouldn't trade that experience for anything. It really made me think about what my footprint is and what I leave behind me. And then we went to our homestays, and I just had the best family ever. The little kids at my homestay had gifts waiting for me, and it was awesome. Just so welcoming.
Very cool. Well, thank you for sharing your experiences. Sounds like impactful, certainly. So, Jabril, can you talk about your homestay family? What was that like for you?
Hello, everyone. My name is Jabril Ali Halane. I've been a part of Global Visionaries for about 3 years now. I'm currently on its Pro Justice team, and I've been serving on the board since last year. You know, one of the biggest aspects of my trip and just overall experience within Guatemala was probably just like the day-to-day interactions I had with my host family, you know. I don't know. It was interesting to see like this culture shock and contrast between both of us. But as I continued on, I really started to notice that there's such a beautiful type of simplicity in sharing routines with people so different yet so similar. I was crossing cultural bridges with my host family, and I became more comfortable at the same time. We would do activities, whether it be constructing at schools or just activities in general. And I remember uh, we would go back home to eat, and then we would just tell them about our day. It was very it was very fun. It was very cooperative. It was very informational. We talked together, we ate together, we watched TV together. It was just it was a really great experience. Even now I can reminisce about watching John Wick as a family, and funny enough, meme compilations and songs like Crab Rape with the youngest Javier. And we were playing sports because they had a hoop in their back, and they had a hoop in I'd say in front of their house, but we would play basketball with their youngest Javier all the time. It was just and me at that point I'd taken up to Spanish too. So I wasn't as confident in my Spanish speaking abilities, but it was really easy kind of transitioning over and kind of adapting to that environment. If I couldn't communicate something, I would just use hand signals and they would just completely understand it. And it was just it was just that bond, that level of trust between the two of us that really just made my experience so much better.
All right, all right. Thank you, Jabril. It sounds like both of you had great homestay experiences, so that's great. Now, Katie, I'm told you made some lovely connections at a place called Segunda Cruz. Can you tell us about what you did there?
Yeah, okay. So for those of you who don't know, Segunda Cruz is a little village that's maybe like an hour or two away from San Miguel Escobar, which is where we do our homestays. And so in this village, there are maybe 40 families. Everyone knows each other, and it's really lovely. We spend one day there just learning how they live and helping them with their agriculture. So what we did when we got there was we helped with the farming, and then we had a meal with a family in their house, and then we went back to farming. But something that was really important to me and something that I hold very near and dear to my heart was a connection that I made with a little girl. She was maybe 6 or 7 years old, I'm not sure, and her name was Melanie. And so right off the bat, we just started talking to each other. I mean, my Spanish wasn't great, but I did my best. And we were pretty much inseparable. She was on my back the whole day. We were braiding each other's hair. We were just best friends right away. And so she pointed to my bracelets, and if you can tell, I'm a big bracelet enthusiast. And so I gave her one. And then as I was leaving, I told her, I was like, I really don't want to go. I'm going to miss this. I'm going to miss this connection. And she just told me, don't worry. I'm going to look at my wrist every day and think of you. And that just my heart just skipped a beat. I just think about that every single day. And that connection really, it wouldn't have been possible without GV. And I'm really grateful for that.
Awesome. That sounds really meaningful for both of you. Very cool. Thanks for sharing that story. Jabril, let's talk about the connections you made in Guatemala with folks both from Seattle and students from Guatemala. Jabril, back to the screen.
Well, you can kind of draw comparisons to what I was saying earlier, but I had a lot of connections in Guatemala, especially working in the numerous development sectors. We were working hospital for mentally disabled people. We were working constructing a different new school. We were reforesting. We did all of these activities, not only I could work with the students from Seattle, but also the Guatemalan students from Global Visionaries. And every single activity we would kind of do a sort of icebreaker. It would be in Spanish, but we would just kind of communicate things we liked, things we were hoping to see in Guatemala. It was just I can remember multiple different days we would do dancing, salsa. We would do that as a big group. It was like I was talking, crossing cultural bridges. That was something that was extremely apparent to me. Also, like I said earlier, I wasn't too confident in my Spanish, but another great resource we provided was our Spanish teachers. I really developed a nice connection with them. In the beginning, it was supposed to be more grammar stuff, conjugation, things like that. Then I started to ask questions about Guatemalan society, Guatemalan culture, and it was just that little connection, getting those detailed answers that really just enhanced and emphasized what I was there for. Not only did I learn up, but I also wanted to learn. And, the actual students, the American students from Seattle, it was a great group. I feel like everyone really got along well. There were no types of there's no types of discourse at all. We would play games together. We were just yeah. We even made a group chat after that trip. So it was just it was a really great experience.
I guess Jabril is really excited about his experiences, you guys. I don't know how you experienced that at home, folks. We just heard Jabril getting so excited that he was talking maybe at 2 times his normal speed. I'm not sure. It could have been 1.5. I'm not exactly sure. Hopefully you got some of that. We're working on it. Are we going to go back to that one, or are we moving on? All right, I'm gonna say we're gonna move on. We might come back to that answer in just a second, but Katie, no pressure to talk that fast, okay?
Thank you.
But okay, that was exciting. I'm trying to still process it now. After you returned, you both joined the board of directors, so that's amazing. Katie, tell us about your experiences and what you learned joining the board.
Yeah, definitely. Joining the board of directors was the first thing I did that was ever that kind of thing, if that makes sense. I had never had the opportunity to work so closely with adults, to work with an organization and really see how things are run. And honestly, it's an invaluable experience. I can't tell you guys how much it taught me about myself and taught me about how to cooperate with other people. I learned a lot about what it's like to be in a workspace, to communicate, to have projects with teams, and honestly, it really taught me what I want to be doing in my life and how I want to continue to work with nonprofits. And yeah, I'm so grateful for it, and honestly, it built my confidence so much to the point where I feel like moving forward with internships and jobs, I feel ready, and I feel like I know what I'm doing.
Amazing. Yeah, let's give it up. And kudos to you, and thank you for sharing that. That's inspiring. We'll see you in the nonprofit circuit. And kudos to GV for bringing on youth board members. Not every organization is capable or able to do that. So that's amazing to hear that you had such a great experience. All right, we're going to go to the next question for Jabril, right? Yeah, all right. So, Jabril, you've helped teach other students about social justice. How has this experience helped you in developing your own leadership skills?
Teaching other students about social justice, like I stated earlier, I joined the Global Visionaries pro-justice team, and I've always had this mindset that uncomfortable conversations are critical for substantial growth. And it was essentially my job to build my leadership. Drawing back to Guatemala, I remember a very important conversation we had about things like U.S. imperialism and foreign interests within Guatemala that kind of led it to civil war. We talked about things like United Fruit Company, exiling the progressive president in order to maintain their interests within the country, and those kinds of things just shocked me. It kind of spurred me on to just further continue down this path. And so, within the Global Visionaries Pro Justice team, so far, we're essentially opening ourselves and other people to discuss topics on colorism, sexism, ableism, and racism under magnified scopes. And so I've held workshops for students and adults to essentially just reach mutual understandings regarding our society's equity and inclusion issues. And so personally, these are extremely sensitive topics, and until that point, I don't think I've ever had those kinds of conversations on that specific level. And these talks essentially just spurred my desire to set precedents and kind of develop my own moral code that inspired others. And it basically just gave me perspective and power to discuss things that affected the welfare of my community. A big part of the program is, going over things like the chart of oppression, agency, and target groups, and, educating future GV students. So that's kind of continuing the cycle that I was once a part of, So, it's just been a great experience all around.
Awesome. Yeah, give it up. I love that, having those uncomfortable conversations for substantial growth. Jabril dropping some wisdom here tonight. So both of you are graduating now-ish, right? Like now-ish. So tell us about your plans moving forward, Katie.
I am going to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo next year in the fall, and I will be majoring in interdisciplinary studies and liberal arts, which is a mouthful. But I'm really excited, and I do plan on continuing to work with nonprofits, and I do plan on continuing to work with GV. They're not going to get rid of me that easily. I will be emailing them all the time.
Awesome. I'm sure that will be of mutual benefit. Well, congrats and good luck in the fall. Yeah. Jabril, what's next for you?
So yes, graduating. I'll be attending the University of Washington, Seattle. To be studying business administration in the Foster School of Business. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to kind of like transferring over knowledge and perspective I've gained in my time in GV, kind of like just applying that in the future, whether it be like in a collegiate environment or just a professional environment. And I'm really grateful to this program for all the opportunities it's provided me. Not only to just like gain so much knowledge from people like not like me, but also just like professional insight, and just like being able to like organize things, being able to be a leader, So yeah, I just want to say thank you all for attending, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the event. Hello everyone, Experience Washington, Seattle. So yes, I am a senior and I will be graduating. I'll be attending the University of Washington, Seattle to be studying business administration in the Foster School of Business. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to kind of like transferring over the knowledge and perspective I've gained throughout my time in GV, kind of like just applying that in the future, whether it be like in a collegiate environment or just like a professional environment. And I'm really grateful to this program for all the opportunities it's provided me, not only to just like gain so much knowledge from people like not like me, but also just like professional insight, and just like being able to like organize things, being able to be a leader, So yeah, I just want to say thank you all for attending, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the event.
All right. Thank you, Jabril. Thank you, Katie. Wise words from both of you. Thank you so much. And thank you for rolling with it in terms of the hybrid event tech. You guys, it's real. It's happening now. So you heard it from Katie and Jabril. This is your moment to support the next generation of leadership here in Seattle and in San Miguel Escobar. Students like these two, like Marcos, and so many others who are boldly leading an inclusive movement for justice in so many ways. They're modeling for all of us how to speak about injustice, to lead others to be inclusive, empathetic, and globally minded. Let the youth lead us. Your gift now goes towards our programs that equip and empower young people to engage as leaders, planting trees and friendships along the way. So please give generously tonight. Welcome back to the stage, Naomi.
Thank you. And I would also like to thank both you, Katie, and Jabril for sharing about your experience with GV. And we're really so excited to see all that you will be accomplishing in the coming years and connecting with GV. Yeah. So I mentioned earlier that I recently joined the board of directors, and I just wanted to share a little bit more about why I decided to take that step. So ever since I got involved with Global Visionaries my junior year of high school, I was really amazed at the world that had opened up for me. GV encouraged me to step out of my comfort zone, and they constantly reminded me that change comes at that special sweet spot right when you go beyond your normal limits while still maintaining a safe space for all students to experience that change in. I was amazed by the way that youth leaders inspired change in other students and their entire community, and I knew that I wanted to remain as involved as possible and get involved in a larger capacity and bear witness to the continuous ways that GV students improve our world. GV laid the foundation for my understanding of social and environmental justice, and I continued to explore these issues in college and now in my job, and I look forward to continuing to explore those issues in law school this fall and looking how we can strengthen our community through the legal system. So after a year of tireless work by GV staff in creative programming through this weird online world and adapting to that setting, we're really so excited to host the summer immersions in Guatemala. So your support of Global Visionaries continues to empower students and amplifies the voices of young people in the US and in Guatemala and paves the path for empathetic leaders in their local and global communities.
Awesome, thank you. And thank you for your service on the board as well. Folks, this is the time when we can all participate in giving our support and giving our dollars to support GV. So get back on your phones. On the page, you can bid. Now is the time to log in if you're logged out, or stay there, move from the auction items to the Give Now. And now is the time when we are going to raise our virtual paddles in support of GV. Naomi, tell us about what folks can expect if they're able to give at the $5,000 level.
Yeah, so a gift of $5,000 creates income for 10 Guatemalan homestay families.
Amazing.
Quite a bit.
If you're out there at home, if you're here in the room, please donate at any amount, but if you can join us at the $5,000 level, you will help tremendously in getting us to our goal. Now is the time. Donate generously.
And a gift of $2,500 creates income for 33 Guatemalan Spanish teachers.
All right. If you can give at the $2,500 level, please donate now. The button on Greater Giving says direct support for Global Visionaries. So if you're on that page, rather than the bid, this is the direct support for Global Visionaries. You can join our donators tonight, our donors. I see Peregrine, I see Kelly coming in with meaningful donations here tonight. Laura, thank you. Sarah, thank you. Again, if you can give at the $2,500 level, please do that now.
And if you would like to give at the $1,000 level, just to give you a picture of that, $1,000 provides 72 meals for Guatemalan and U.S. immersion students.
72 meals, wow. And thank you, Suzanne, stepping up at the $1,000 level. Thank you, Ryan, for contributing. Thank you, Jess, at the $500 level, those last two donors. Thank you, Jennifer and Roger, also at $500. And Sarah, again, thank you so much. We see the donations coming in. It's very exciting. Those of you at home, those of you in the room, please go ahead and make your direct gift to Global Visionaries now.
With $400, you could pay for 130 Guatemalan students to go on field trips.
If $400 is an attainable and meaningful level for you, please step up at the $400 level right now.
And then $200 can cover the application gap for a U.S. student requesting financial aid with GV.
If you can give $200, please give now. I see your donation, Marcy. I see your donation, Diane. Morgan, thank you so much. Keep those donations coming. Let's see how high we can get our donation thermometer tonight.
And $100 pays for 4 hours of one-on-one online Spanish lessons for a U.S. student on scholarship.
And I've seen a few $100 donations come in. Let's keep it going. How many $100 donations can we get tonight? Maybe you've already given, but you can give another 100. I'm not going to stop you. You can give more than once. You can give at every level that we're mentioning, or name your own level tonight.
And we know how much the Spanish helps with connections, so.
Absolutely.
A lot of hours.
Again, 4 hours of one-on-one Spanish lessons with your $100 donation.
And $40 would cover a COVID test for our homestay families and the students in country.
Obviously, very important right now. If you can give $40 to support the health and well-being of our partners in Guatemala, please do that now.
And $25 can pay for one GV staff member to attend a youth mental health training.
So important right now. $25 pays for that mental health training. Again, if you've already given at a higher level but want to swing extra support in, go ahead and give that direct contribution to Global Visionaries at the $25 level. Thank you, Morgan. I see you, Tom. These donations are coming in. Thank you, Marcy. Thank you, Diane. We see you. Thank you, everyone here who's given. Thank you, all of you at home. Keep those donations coming. That'll be open all day and maybe more. Is it today? Is it someone? It'll go for a week. You can tell your friends about the impacts of your donation and of Global Visionaries programs, and the direct contributions will be open for a week. And remember, if you work for a company that matches your donations, your gift can be doubled tonight, or depending on your employer, tripled. I know they're out there. So if that is you, please follow up with GV staff and make sure that that happens. Swing in double support to GV. So We want to thank you again, sponsors, Talking Rain, Molina Healthcare, Now CFO, Columbia Bank, Hughes Media Law Group, and Live Oak. Let's give it up for our sponsors.
Thank you.
Helping make things happen here tonight, the first hybrid event.
Yeah, gracias a todos for participating tonight, for stepping out of your comfort zone with us to experience this new kind of event, and most importantly, for giving generously to support the next generation of leaders and helping us to plant more than just trees. It really is the voices of our youth that continue to make change and create community.
Absolutely, I continue to be inspired. For folks here, let's give it up as well for That Brown Girl Cooks for the catering, Christy Brown and company.
Woo!
And
delicious food.
Delicious. And also a reminder for folks in the room, there's a form at every table and you could leave with the centerpiece or all of the centerpieces tonight. So go ahead and bid on those centerpieces. Thank you, Christy. Global Visionaries, That Brown Girl Cooks. So please leave home here with a centerpiece. The donations are open all night. Thank you all so much for your engagement, for tuning in with us tonight from your couch, from your table, wherever. Buenas noches, and you all don't have to go home, and you can stay here. Thank you so much for your support. Have a safe and good night. Buenas noches, todos.
Good night, thank you.
Great job, you guys.
Nice job.
Buenas noches. My name is Billy Lopez. I'm the program director of Guatemala. I'm talking to you from Guatemala, actually. I'm here to reveal the answer for the question, how many years lasted the Civil War here in Guatemala. But before that, I'd like to give you a little bit of context of why Naomi included this question in the trivia that you're playing tonight. One of the reasons that we talk about the Civil War in Guatemala for the Guatemala youth program is because we have a lack of collective memory, meaning that
Global Visionaries is a leadership program that empowers our young generation to be the leaders that we need more than ever right now to solve some of the world's most pressing problems like climate change and inequalities, because it gives each individual who takes part in the experience the skills they need to navigate the global environment.
Global Visionaries really taught me how to celebrate our sameness, yet also acknowledge our differences, and how to use diversity as a way to find innovation and just the ideas of teamwork and all these skills that are necessary in global leadership. We are the next generation, and I think particularly in a world that is so divided and polarized on so many levels, the problems that previous generations have created are now on our shoulders.
The curriculum taught in GV really isn't focused as much as you would see in a normal school setting. So the program itself focuses on social justice and environmental education. We would participate in projects regarding reforestation, maintaining habitats, maintaining ecosystems. And so directly through the immersions through Guatemala, you kind of see firsthand what you're being educated on.
Pro Justice Group gets the opportunity to teach the first year participants about social justice, which is really helpful because it doesn't feel like someone's talking down to you because they've kind of gone through the same thing. It kind of helped me learn who I wanted to be in the world and understand what it meant to be a global citizen.
Meeting people my age and building friendships in Guatemala that I still talk to this day really just helped me step out of my comfort zone.
In the bigger scheme of things, the service that we did and working with people, through the leadership skills and other skills that I gained, I have been more willing to stand up for myself, stand up for things that I believe in, and I've been motivated to be more engaged. I think it really just opens your eyes to the immense privileges that we have, and working with GV, working with people in Guatemala, and getting to do what I got to do through this program was just amazing.
Hello everyone, today I'll be showing you how to register and set up your online bidding account for our virtual auction and gala. To begin, click Start at the top of your screen. This may say Start Bidding if you're doing this on a desktop. Click Create Account and then enter your email address. I already have an account, so I'm going to use a different email address to show you. Then click Confirm. Once you confirm, you'll see that a verification link will be sent to your email address. Please go to your email account, open the email, and click the link. It will then direct you to this page to register with your personal information. All the items with stars are required. You will see it requires credit card information to register. This does not mean that you will be charged. The information is required in case you decide to bid on items. Once you've filled out this information, select Create at the bottom, and you will then log in with your username and password. I'm going to log in with my bidding account I already have set up. You can see on this page it says the auction is open. Click Start Bidding. This will take you to the home page. If you scroll down, you can look through all the items and packages that are available to bid on. For bidding instructions, click Learn How to Bid up at the top left-hand side. This page will show you how to browse through items, view the package information, and how to place a bid. Once you've read through this information, click Start Browsing at the bottom of the page, and you are ready to go. Thank you all so much for participating in Global Visionaries Virtual Auction and Gala.